Hello and welcome to Date Night with the Dialogue Wheel, brought to you by DialogueWheel.com. Truly, we are the only podcast on the internet willing to broach such difficult topics as, is Alistair totally cute, or is Alistair, really totally cute? These questions and more answered on tonight's episode of Date Night with the Dialogue Wheel.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Dialogue Wheel. My name is Chachi Bobinks and I'll be your host for the evening. With me tonight, I've got the directly wonderful Kat.
Hello.
The charmingly awesome Tyler.
Hi there.
And everyone's favorite flirt next door, Mr. Evan.
Hello there, ladies.
Good God.
We're going to mix things up just a little bit tonight. We're trying to get into a format that seems at least halfway professional and organized and not like a whole bunch of roosters and chickens running around in circles.
Mostly just chickens.
Mostly just chickens, yeah. So to start this show off tonight, what we want to do is discuss some of the comments that we've been getting on our YouTube channel. You guys have been so gracious as to give us feedback on the shows, and we want to appreciate it, acknowledge it, respond to it, and encourage it more. So, who wants to go first?
How about
Not everybody
Chachi?
at the same time. Okay, I'll go first. I'm not afraid to go first.
I am.
Okay. That's okay, Evan. We're here for you.
fishing.
Honesty's the best policy, buddy.
Honesty is the best policy, yes. Okay, so the comment that I picked, this is my favorite out of all of them, was from Night Trauma. And this was on our Choices podcast when we had Antics of Anthony on to discuss a whole bunch of fun, controversial stuff. And he started off, it's a very long comment, so I'm going to kind of paraphrase the beginning, but Night Trauma started off saying that a lot of the decisions that they've made, like when it comes to who survives in the end of DAO, it's kind of based on the origin that their warden went through. So I kind of like that they do like this package deal, in that they play Dwarf Noble, and the Dwarf Noble, of course, has the problems with Bellin and everything, and getting exiled and forced to kill his older brother and what have you, and how, well, I'll just read the rest of it. Coming from that background, he had mad respect for Loghain's ability to swiftly sway public opinion against the Wardens, and basically maneuver himself into the position of king for all intents and purposes. When it came to making a plan for the future of Ferelden, he suggested having Alistair marry Anora, a good move politically. Even after having Alistair man up, he had doubts about his ability to rule alone. So he dueled Loghain himself and chose to make himself warden, which cost him his friendship with Alistair. But in the end, Ferelden gained an honorable king and a cunning queen. And the wardens gained one of the best strategists in recent history. I guess I'd never really thought of it that way. So I read that and I was like, holy shit, that's actually kind of genius. It makes sense.
Yeah, but that is some ruthless shit.
Yes,
right?
that is some ruthless shit.
I mean, who knows if it's effective or not? Like, if you read the epilogues, which we know aren't really canon anymore, like, it's not like Alistair's a bad king. Mm-hmm. You know? And who knows how Loghain... To me, Loghain is always tainted because he let his paranoia get it too far out of control where he actually is killing people who trust him. That, to me, is a bad leader.
But has he mastered that taint?
I don't think anyone can possibly master that taint.
I'll master your taint.
Well, I'm just saying, if you think about it, Loghain really is like the best strategist in all of the history of Ferelden, pretty much. So if you want to have anybody leading, the wardens into battle, especially coming up into DAI, possibly, shit, they'd
Just
be
to
lucky
play
to have
devil's
him.
advocate here,
Yeah.
though.
When don't you?
I mean, can you really still say he's the greatest? He's the greatest strategist in Ferelden when his most recent plan was just ignore the problem with the imminent incoming military force, be paranoid about another one that wants to help you, and hope the whole thing goes away. Like, yeah, he's a great military commander, but he's kind of 0 for 12 lately.
I would like to add, if he's such a great strategist and military commander, how come his head's on the ground right now?
Not
That good. I'm like, what are you? I'm like a newbie, Like, I got him. No problem. He's not that good.
That's because you mastered your
I
taint.
do. I master it every night.
Oh, well,
Are we
that's...
talking about the same taint?
Anyway, so my favorite comment
Besides the one you just made.
was by a longtime friend of the Dialogue Wheel, in so much as we can have longtime friends, having existed for a month or two, by the name of Bramblefay,
yes.
who said that for her the architect is dead every time, and that comparing Darkspawn to mages or any other people is bordering on the ridiculous, and says that Tyler, her friend, is just plain wrong. And, still gotta disagree there, because saying comparing Darkspawn to any other type of people and then giving no reasoning for it is, well, it's gonna fall through. But if she wants to carry that back onto Twitter or another comment section, like, say, the one you're going to see below this video, that would be absolutely fine with me.
I hate it when I agree with
Wink.
Tyler. I can't tell you how much I hate it, but I agree with
It
Tyler.
makes her skin
I do
crawl.
too. It's the worst feeling ever. It really
it's almost
is.
like when that one time when I mastered my taint.
God love it. Okay, I guess that's the
I thought you
hashtag
said that
for
was
the
nightly.
evening.
It's like a new
Hashtag.
taint every night.
Some inconsistencies in your story are starting
Look,
to
I'm doing it for
form
humor,
here.
Tyler. You might want to look into that concept.
A new taint every night? That doesn't sound healthy at all.
It isn't healthy. It's called a taint for a reason.
Evan, what about you? What comment do you have over there?
Hey, you first.
I already went. Sorry.
She already did one.
She really did.
Everyone else
I
already
didn't go
went.
yet. Shall
Cat
I?
didn't. Okay, Cat, fine.
Fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was looking at one by M Fury EO. I don't know how to say that. I'm sure it's a lovely amount of diphthongs. Fan hate.
Monsieur Herrijo.
Fan hate on the Dragon Age Facebook page and other forms of media makes me sad, and most of the time it's completely irrational. I think that I have to agree with the whole hate thing. Like, why hate? I understand not being disappointed and maybe being a little frustrated and disagreeing, but like to have this kind of, virulent hatred towards something that's entertainment just doesn't seem like a good use of your time. So I don't understand it.
I can't read the comment section on literally anything Dragon Age related anywhere on the internet anymore, because inevitably you'll have at least 10 people just trolling with how, EA is not really the best, and Mass Effect 3 had an ending I didn't like, and therefore this game deserves all of my hatred even though I haven't played it yet.
Right. Like, it can't be perfect, and it can't suit everybody. Like, some people love DAO, some people prefer DA2. Like, everybody likes different things. So, like, trying to, make everybody happy all the time, you're ending up pleasing no one. So they have to just make the product
Even
they
if it
want made.
actively upset you, though.
But why are you
even
upset?
Even if you found Dragon Age 2 actively upset... No, even if you did, though... It's gotta be a moot point by now. You must have made this point sufficiently that you don't still have to post it on every single article every time.
Right.
It's like, okay, your arguments have been made. Some of them are even valid. You know what doesn't get your point across any better? Me having to read this and sift through it every time I want to see how people are reacting.
And I think the level of hatred as well. It's not like, oh, that sucked. It's like people want to, like, go out. Like, they do death threats and stuff, yes? That happened, right?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's a little weird.
It's a lot weird.
Yeah.
That's beyond a little weird. That's genuinely troubling behavior.
Is this just
Yeah.
a mental illness kind of finding its voice through this video game? Like, what is that?
You know what? It's the shroud of anonymity. When you're on the internet, everyone thinks they're bigger, badder, better, whatever. And I think for some reason in the minds of people who obviously did not get, like, disciplined well enough at some point in their life, I don't know what their problem is.
Maybe overly.
Like,
One of the two.
or overly, perhaps. Like, their first reaction is, oh, you can't see my face, so let me act like an asshole.
Yeah.
I personally don't understand that, and if they were my kid, I'd shut that shit down. But...
Right.
You're
To me,
discounting
they're
an
all 12.
important theory,
All of these
though,
people are
guys.
12.
What?
What?
Oh boy.
Maybe the Vigi games is what's making them so violent, guys.
Oh,
This is Fox News.
Right. It's like this weird causation loop that we can't
It's
escape
a-
from.
It's all of that alien side boob they saw in that massive erect game.
Don't even get me started on that. That was the best
good
thing I've seen on the
Lord.
news.
Alien
I don't think I've
side boob.
ever laughed that hard.
Well, Fox
We need more alien side boob.
That alien side boob is
Especially
tainting our
because that
children.
news report is the reason that every BioWare game since has had awkward lingerie.
Don't get me started on that shit. Can we do... Wait, I can't do that tonight. I'm sorry. I can't talk about the
We're
stupid
going to do
lingerie.
a whole podcast just
That is
to
just on
small
awkward
clothes.
lingerie and bad sex scenes, or non-existent sex scenes. If you don't want them to do it, fine, but don't, like, do some bizarre, like, pan to the...
Fade to black.
Pan to the candles, which symbolizes they're what? They're boning right now? Like, what is that?
It symbolizes
clothes
their
on and
heating
everything.
Right,
passion.
but except these pathetic, tepid little candles. It's like, it must not have been very
No. You don't understand. You're just not getting it.
I'm not.
The flame represents their burning desire, and the wax represents the fact that they're using hot wax in a kinky.
And the candle represents somebody's dong, I suppose.
Iron Bowl every
I think
time.
so. And if it's burning, that's bad. Maybe the candle should go
They should
out.
probably get that checked out.
Yeah.
They probably should, yeah. I agree. Okay, Hefe,
It's
now do you
canon.
have a comment for
I do actually.
Let's hear it.
Yay, okay.
And
what you got?
I'm not sure if I should call them out, but it is actually talking about audio issues.
Oh.
Specifically,
Oh, that's your favorite comment?
it's not my favorite, but I feel like I should bring it to attention,
Yeah, I
sir.
agree.
Okay.
But on that note, as far as the audio issues are concerned, hopefully that will be fixed because a certain somebody does have a different microphone.
Me?
So, no, not you, me. I was
Yeah.
I was anonymously pointing towards me.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't see when you
And-
point because it's audio.
I didn't even know you were the one with audio issues, sir.
Well, Tyler's had some problems too, but that's okay.
And
And on
not
top
just
of
on
that,
audio.
We're fixing that one too.
Problems require having an actual life, Cat.
Well, maybe that's
So,
the problem.
Argument invalid.
I think that's the
Wait,
problem.
was that a hit towards you?
I don't even know.
another thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ah,
I'll edit you.
sorry, Mom.
Shit.
Eh.
Oh, shit.
I know. Ooh, snap, snap, in the
Okay.
C formation.
Claws coming out.
Oh, my.
That's right. Another thing to keep in mind, I actually love getting feedback about the quality, about any issues that you're having, because I am the one who is editing all this, and I know absolutely nothing. So I just look at like the little line, and if there's a squiggly on the line where a squiggly shan't be, I take it out. That's what we're doing. So we're really new. We really don't know what we're doing so much. If you catch things, please be vocal about it. Please give us feedback because that's how we get better.
I'm sure Chachi's the same way, but if there's anything that needs to be pointed out, just please point it out.
Unless you're a butthead, you won't hurt our feelings.
I don't have feelings, sir.
So just tell Kat
It's fine.
if it's me.
Yeah,
I'll
If it's
take it.
ugly,
if
just
it's
tell
going to be offensive, tell Cat.
It's fine. I
If
need
it's
to do it.
constructive and helpful, tell us.
Yeah.
Kat. And if you just want to tell us that we're pretty and that you like us, just tell everybody.
If you want to say I'm pretty, tell me.
I was going to say, if you just want to do that DA, BioWare, EA fan crazy death threat. No, not the death threats, I take that back. But the other stuff, go right ahead. Unload it. I'll just be like, well, fuck y'all. That's about how it goes.
And she'll never tell us.
Nope.
So.
All death threats must be sent to Cat.
She
Can you
will
not-
flame
we
war
just
right
said
back
something
at
about
you.
no death threats. That was me. I said, no death threats, please. I don't want them.
Send them to me. I'll find you.
You know, I feel like the type of people who send messages like that generally aren't the response to please type of crowd.
I just don't mean to give people ideas.
Okay, so let's move on to our topic for the night. We are discussing our prophet and the bride of the maker, Andraste, in all of her glory and awesomeness.
Ain't my prophet.
Come on.
Boy, you best watch out.
Listen here, kid.
Well, who doesn't worship Andraste?
Are you about to Han Solo quote me
Hold
right
on,
now?
hold
Because
on.
that's the first time that would actually work.
Take a pause. So, if
Take a pause,
all
yes.
the Inquisitors you can play, which ones would not be interested in Andraste? I know the Dalish. Are the Kunari?
Kunari.
Okay. So there's
The
two you
Kunari
can
would
play.
not.
Dalish,
Shit.
Kunari, dwarves.
Well, are you a
The
surface
dwarves, too.
dwarf?
All
I
the
believe you're a
dwarves.
surface dwarf. So you might be Andrastean. I don't know.
Are surface dwarves generally Andrastian,
doubtful
though?
to me at
It
least.
depends on how long they've been up there, but it sounds like you have been. It's kind of just part of the culture, the surface culture, because you're in
Was
human
Bodan
cities, etc.
Andrastian?
I know that city elf. We're not, but you can't play a city elf. Never mind.
If you're going to be away from your home culture for a prolonged period of time without any of your compatriots around you, though, that sometimes makes you want to hold on to it more,
I
not
guess
less.
it depends. Maybe you'll get the option.
That would
I'd
be
like
cool.
that too.
I would.
I keep thinking that I saw something in the forums a couple of months ago where they said that you would be able to pick your wardens, like religion and how they react to things like that.
Yay!
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I keep
Wait, you
thinking
mean
I saw that
Inquisitor, right?
somewhere. Yeah, Inquisitor, whoever. Oh god, I'm so stuck in DO
I didn't know if
right
you were
now.
talking about a keep thing or something.
No.
I'm wondering. You guys tell me what you think. Is it possible to be a human and not be Andraste? I guess if you're Tevinter.
Yeah.
But
I'm
in
sure
this
there
game,
is.
because you're what, or Legion probably.
Well, from what I understand and from what Chachi just said, you can probably always just... Oh, and you're a marcher, by the way.
Yeah, you're a
free
marcher.
marcher.
Anyway,
Okay, well, they're
you
still
can probably
Andraste.
just say...
Yeah.
You can probably just go ahead and say, yeah, I don't believe in sky people, and then just kind of leave
But
it
that's
there.
not
Exactly.
another religion. That's kind of just, kind of eschewing all. That's not like your Dalish or something.
Oh, so you're saying are there any alternate faiths?
yeah,
that
I don't know that
they
there
might have?
are.
They haven't really established any, now that I
I
think
think
about
even
it.
Tevinter believes in the Maker.
Oh, Tevinter
It's
believes
important
in
to
the
remember,
Maker.
though, that all of this takes place on one continent.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a whole lot of diversity as far as that goes.
Which I'm fine with. I'm just wondering what's out there. Because then there's the Coon, and then there's the Dwarves who believe in the ancestors.
Everything would really be better off if everybody just submitted to the Qun, I mean, it's like, why bother?
I personally do
They've
submit
got
to
the
the
military
They're not very
superiority.
kind to women, so I'm going to go with no.
Hey, you know what?
Ashura.
When Iron Bull becomes a thing, you're going to find there are a lot of people submitting to the Qun.
I'm
I'll
ready to
submit
submit
to
to
your
Iron Bull, but
Coon.
not to the Coon. I don't think he...
Alternatively,
I don't
Iron
think
Bull can
he
master my
submits to the
tank
Coon.
any day.
I don't think he does.
No. That's Blackwall you're thinking of, Evan.
What,
Well, they can all
why
master
not?
my tank.
Blackwall's the one who masters the tank.
Ooh. Are we still doing that?
Apparently.
Are you not?
I think
Well,
we've
and then
done
you
it to
spread the
death.
chant with Cassandra.
Oh my.
I've got these for days.
Let's hear them. Or is that the day over? It's the day over.
Go on.
I mean, filling Josephine's diary? I mean...
We should keep
What
it
about
there.
Cullen?
Yeah, come on. I thought that was Tame the Lion.
I want to hear his version of it, though, because it's bound to be better.
Really?
Bunch up his manskirt?
Oh, good
Fuck
lord.
off. He
Never
doesn't
mind.
even wear
I give
a
you
man's
so
skirt.
much credit
What, if
sometimes.
you've not even seen the concept art?
Why do I give him so much
I
credit?
don't even know. I think
It's
Taming
a
the Lion
kill.
was
His
way
shoulder
better.
fur?
Good lord.
He doesn't have as many easy puns.
All right, do
as...
Solus
Actually,
then.
Tame the Lion
do
is pretty
Solus.
good. He's
Vin-
gonna tear you a Fade Rift? I don't know.
I think... I think
Like
he's going to
dystophic.
venture into your fade. That's right.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know if I'm
I'm better
comfortable
at
with
this than
that.
you are. I
He's
am.
gonna explore your dreams.
Yes, there it is. There it is. He's already
I just
in
needed a
now.
little time to get going.
Colin is Tame the Lion. I think we've...
Who have I not done yet? Who else am I left with here?
Sarah.
Oh,
She's going to pierce your target.
Teach her how to
I
fly?
like that.
What?
I like cats.
Have you guys not heard her so far most famous
Oh,
quote where the
I
Iron Bull
can't
wants
fly.
to throw her over a wall
Yeah,
or
but
something?
that's
and-
like... mine was better.
Not euphemistic enough? Yeah, I know.
Mm-mm.
String her bow?
Knock her arrow. Mm-hmm.
Notch, madam.
Whatever.
Notch.
And I'm not doing one for Liliana out of
Well,
respect.
you can't, because you
Okay.
can't.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but that's like saying we shouldn't do one for Varric, and that's just
Did you
patently
do one
untrue.
for Varric?
I would do everything
No,
for
I've been
Varric.
thinking about it.
I know, I would do multiple things for Varric.
I would break so many
You
oaths
are
for...
Varric.
Oh, yes.
I am Varric, that's right. Bring it on!
Why do you think we're saying that?
The correct answer is write Varric's next tale.
I love it.
Seems it's a little lengthy for me. It's not punchy.
It will be, too.
Oh!
He's a dwarf in some ways, but not in others.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Just got real.
Yeah.
This one's less of a tale and more of an epic.
Oh! I like that. Okay.
That has to
What
that
about
has to be a
Vivian?
quote in the next game. Come on.
I know.
Vivienne,
Yeah.
melting the Iron Lady.
Ooh.
Mm.
Dorian? We haven't talked about Dorian.
Ooh, Dorian. I don't know.
Gonna wax his mustache.
Free mustache rides.
That one's been done.
Which one?
I feel like
I said
there's a
why-
Freddie
Well,
Well,
Mercury
some of
joke
these are
somewhere.
already established. The idea is that we're doing ones that aren't already established, because Ride the Bull is never going to be surpassed.
No. And climb the wall. Nope.
Exactly. Although Master the Taint works just as well as Climb the Wall, if you ask me.
It's so dirty.
Oh my!
Oh, really? Is it?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I'm glad that I finally have a platform to get Spread the Chant out there, because I was pretty proud of that one.
Ugh.
Oh gosh. Are we still talking about Andraste?
I'm glad this is where tonight's podcast went when we're supposed to be talking about
rapid-
We're supposed to be
Yes.
talking about Our Lady Redeemer, and we're on this.
Okay, what do we want to say about Andraste?
This is why we need redemption.
Y'all motherfuckers need Andraste. Same.
Indeed.
I'm not.
Make it.
I'm not batting it.
Oh Lord,
We need to
not
just get that
again.
recorded and start using that as like a sound bite to just throw in when someone says something
Oh
awful.
my gosh.
Like a radio show in the morning.
That is not what we are doing, a radio show. Can you imagine if we did this every day?
It's too late. I've already had
No,
canon.
but if we like do it, like they do that every weekday, like 5 days a week. Can you imagine if we did this nonsense 5 days a week?
If I got paid for it, I would.
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah.
Shit,
If
hey,
man.
if we got
Shit.
money,
BioWare, I hope you're. No, I know you're listening. At least some of you, please.
I wanna-
We have nowhere else to go with our lives
I
except
want to point everybody out
Cat's
to our
pretty cool.
Kickstarter
But
page.
the rest of us have nowhere to go with our lives.
If everybody could
Because
just
if we can't do this for a living, we're pretty much
Oh,
screwed.
wow.
Oh, Lord.
This is my only applicable skill set.
I'm gonna depart company with you on that one. Sorry.
That's what I said. You're the one of us who can actually do something with
What
our
do you
life.
mean?
So don't worry about her, guys. Don't worry about her, guys.
All of you do.
So BioWare, in summation, if any of you are listening, the three of us,
Wow.
you should really take on and take under your wing. Kat can pretty much do her own thing, so don't worry about her.
Yeah, she's good. However,
Let's see.
She'll be all right.
I request to be a disciple of David Gator.
Talk about games all the time? Sweet.
heck yeah.
So Andraste, obviously we don't have a lot to say about Andraste because we're like not, but I guess the big question is that her in the trailer, right? Is that the Enemies of Thetis trailer that she's in? Supposedly
Yeah,
somebody...
enemies of... The theory is that she is the glowy figure in the Enemy of Thetis trailer. However, that said, I'm going to include a link in the description of a comparison with some concept art that came out at EGX today, where it shows... They called it as Into the Fade, is what he described it as. He said, and we're looking at this picture, Into the Fade.
Why wouldn't Andraste be in the Fade?
Hold on. Well, because it wouldn't make sense for her to be in the Fade. Why would she be in the Fade being protected by 3 people? Number one, she's fucking Andraste.
Because
right?
the idea is that she's at the maker's side, right?
Yeah, she's at the
So
maker's
is she
side,
just
not wondering
gonna
the Fade.
take a break from doing that?
That's it.
Yeah,
Go on a nice
I've been at the
stroll.
side of literally God who turned his eye away from the world, but he said that this one thing that's happening was something he should probably check in on. But he didn't go himself, he sent me, and so, he didn't really have, like, a message to send, but,
Why does it have
good
to
on
be
you. You're my
Andraste?
herald now.
Why couldn't it be like a dream of Andraste? I'm sure lots of people dream of Andraste. Couldn't they dream?
I
that
dream of
See,
version
that's what I was
of
thinking.
existence?
That's
And
what
she
my
might
theory
think
is.
she's Andraste.
Is that I could totally, yeah, kind of like Cole, who just kind of became Cole eventually. That's Cole now.
And people were saying that it wouldn't.
Spoilers for Asunder,
yeah.
everybody.
People were saying that they didn't think it was Andraste because what if you don't believe in Andraste? Because we were talking about that earlier. What if you are Dalish or something like that? But I think doesn't everyone acknowledge that she existed, even if they don't like worship her? Or
Yeah.
is that...
Yeah, they acknowledge that she existed, but I don't think that they acknowledge that she existed as a prophet and that
Right.
she's at the Maker's side.
Right.
So a Dalish would believe that she's dead and in the ground rotting, making trees or something.
This is
Or
very
something.
important, by the way. In a very recent blog post, this isn't like something from like Origins on like the BioWare forums or anything. This is a very recent blog post. David Gator said that, in conclusion, when talking about all these kinds of issues, he would likely never actually mention to us whether the Maker was real or not. That's not something that we're ever going to see solved in a DA game or
I
as the
wouldn't
plot of a
want
DA
that.
game.
That would be terrible.
It's like the real world. You'll just never know. That's kind of what makes Dragon Age cool, is that a lot of these points of like religion or opinion or who's right and who's wrong are kind of left subjective. You know, kind of like being an actual person.
Yeah. And I think that we need to keep that in mind when we consider, is Andraste going to be in the game or not, because that would be making a religious figure real. And I couldn't see her being in there without it either being a confirmation or a rejection of the whole Andraste as prophet and bride of the maker thing, you know?
Okay, I
like
see that,
I just don't see how that would work out.
Okay, but what are you called by Cullen? The Herald of Andraste?
Oh, really?
Funny.
Did the devout Andrastian, who used to be a religious soldier, call you a religious figure?
He
called me
Andraste
baby.
confirmed.
There's no
Saying.
reason to think that he's the only one who comes up. That's not, what is that, his pet name for you? Like, that's clearly a thing.
I could see it, yeah.
I could see that being a Kinky's guy.
No. Well, okay. There is that. But he's rallying troops with you.
Whisper the words of the Maker to me.
Okay.
Sing me the chant.
Let me get a thought out here. He's rallying the troops with you under that moniker. There's no reason to think that that's not what you're kind of known as. And I'm, again, not saying that you have to or don't have to believe in Andraste, or it's some kind of confirmation that Andraste is or is not real. But there's something going on with Andraste. We have to agree on that in a kind of major way in this game. Whether or not they're going to say, here she is, or it's just, I mean, where does that come from? The Herald of Andraste. It's not the Herald of,
all I know,
Federal or something like that.
Well, if the Divine says that's what you are, that's what you're going to be.
Because we are the Inquisition, which is going to be Andrastian, so we have to keep that in mind, too.
The only thing I know is that the peoples of Thedas are going to find calling my Kunari Mage Inquisitor the Herald of Andraste a very hard pill to swallow.
Which I think is awesome!
Little awkward.
I'm so looking forward. I swear, I'm rolling a Dalish first, so people can just let their skin prickle when they see me. I'm excited.
Every time they say that to my Inquisitor, they're going to mumble it while directly avoiding eye contact. Like, oh, look, it's the...
You just stare them down.
What the hell?
They still hate you.
How does that even work? Yeah, I'm excited.
It's not fair.
Why you, not me?
I wonder if people will be
I
jealous.
make enchantments.
Like, why you? I'm sure that's going to come up. Like, why were you chosen? All that stuff. I'm excited to see
And
that.
you could choose to either debate with them or just headbutt.
Yeah, that'd be a really good kind of enemy encounter, though, is you have to deal with a religious figure who gets really mad because they've devoted literally their entire lives to their god, and then he chooses a 10-foot-tall horned monster that shoots fire out of his fingertips as the instrument of his divine will, and he's like, seriously? You know what? Nope, I'm gonna kill you, and then he's gonna change his mind. That's totally how religion works.
Yep, it's exciting.
Yay, religion.
Evan, are you still there?
He's
there
still
you
here.
are.
I was letting you talk.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Why would you ever do that?
I don't know. I've been doing it for years now.
I've known you for like 2.
Exactly, years.
That counts
I
as
guess
more
that
than
is a
one.
plural.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Chachi.
You're welcome.
We love you, Chachi.
No, I love you guys too.
I like the nice little lull we have going here. It's kind of relaxing.
I know.
I'm going to take a nap in
It's
it.
because I'm freaking tired. I have no good
We
excuse.
are all so very prepared.
We are.
I would like to go ahead and officially thank on air all of my fellow Dialogue Wheel people for being so accommodating and recording this, as someone listening on the weekend may not know, on a Thursday, because as I am traveling to a debate tournament tomorrow, everyone decided they were going to take the time out of their schedules to do this so I could actually participate, and I appreciate it
We should
very
really
much.
rethink the wisdom of letting Tyler believe the world does revolve around him.
I know. Next time we'll be
really
like,
should. No, go
sorry,
fuck
and then
yourself,
I'll
kid.
pretend I have something come up.
Yeah.
So that we can still record
Sorry,
everything.
we're all busy.
Sorry, I can't do it. Oh, but look, something just came up, so I guess we have to do it on a Thursday anyway.
And then halfway through the
You lucky
podcast
guy,
recording,
you.
I just go, by the way, and then I break it to him.
More like BioWare the way.
No.
Fuck off.
Plus, I kind of felt bad because Tyler...
Hey, I could have said by the where.
You
That
did
would have
just
worked
say
better.
It. Yeah, I have to agree with that.
You did. You just said it.
What was that, Chachi?
I was just going to say,
Tyler.
plus I kind of felt a little bit bad because Tyler was supposed to be the one doing the interview with Fernando Mello and Leo with me.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, and then he had to go debate, so I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want him to miss two
I
big
think
deals.
we can
in a
all
row.
agree that really worked out for the best.
I think so, though.
Yeah.
Me and Kat kind of mastered that.
Excuse me.
We nailed that.
We were awesome. We made them laugh. Did
We
you
made them
not
laugh
listen?
and go,
Okay.
oh.
Okay, next time
Oh,
next
that's
time
right,
we
you
have a guest, then you guys can solo the boss fight.
Fine. I'll fucking aggro. I
Fine.
don't mind.
Who's
got
the healer?
this.
You are,
Oh.
Probably.
but we won't
Okay.
beat you.
Oh.
I'm the rogue.
Yeah.
I'm the rogue.
You can be the rogue too.
I'm the puckish rogue.
You can be the puckish rogue too.
What am I in this metaphor? I don't even know
Annoying.
anything.
Chachi,
That's
I'll
why.
throw
I'm
health
kidding.
salves at your face.
Okay.
You don't even have to drink it, it'll just smash.
Does that make me the tank? Am I the fucking tank? Did that happen?
Yes.
Do you want to
Are
be the
you
tanks?
surprised you're the tank?
A little. I never play tanks.
You were born in the tank, molded
Cat,
by
you
it.
are literally a
You didn't cast a spell until you were a grown woman, and by then it merely frightened and confused you.
cat. You literally have a built-in
was
taunt,
that?
so it's
I
okay.
have a taunt. I do.
Yes.
What is
Yeah.
it?
You,
You
just
do.
have to
You
look
have a
at them and
built-in
say,
taunt.
"Hey, you fucking idiot," and then they
Yeah.
go like, "Oh, I don't like you."
I'm like,
Bring it, bitch.
Killer.
Come
And
on
then we
over.
stab in the back.
And then I feign death till the end of battle.
Because-
Yay!
Valid
Because rogues
combat
can
choice.
solo the era shock.
Hey, my mage
right.
soloed the Aeroshock. It was ugly. Running around,
was so
drinking
easy.
potions. Don't get me. Don't impale me.
Run in circles, run in
It's like
circles.
open my dog.
Until you can cast
like
another
bites it.
fireball.
not an honorable fight.
That was like probably the hardest fight in the entire game.
How much you
It
want to bet
really
he thought it would be like a one-on-one, just brawl to the death? Meanwhile, you guys are just running around in circles.
With my dog biting
Well, it
his
doesn't
feet.
help that every time he actually engages you, he just impales you on a sword and smacks you with the other one.
Yeah, that was messed up. I'm just like,
That's not
oh
nice.
my god,
So
it was just brutal. Brutal.
It's the most gory and violent thing in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one combat animation?
I love
It's
it.
not
Oh my
fun.
gosh, I'm like, oh, that's bad, because you don't know when it's gonna end. You just slowly slide down the sword. Like,
It's one
please
of
make it stop.
those-
Please make it stop.
Oh.
I hope
How
it's-
am I not dead?
Yeah. It's not one of those things you can get
Oh,
up
that
from.
blade went right through my spine, and it's like 2 feet thick. I'm sure I'm okay. What is this, Mortal
It's like,
Kombat?
damn it, I'm not a healer. That's Anders.
Finish him.
Anders!
Anders is just sitting off
I
on the
can't
side.
help you.
Nope.
Sorry, this is a one-on-one. Like,
Looks like you're in pain over there. Good
The
job.
gotta wait.
code
You just run
demands
around
it.
waiting for your healing potions to recharge.
Exactly.
So sad.
Run around
Anders
waiting
would
for the
totally
little
heal you,
beans.
but then all of a sudden he's like, wait, no, it's a fair fight. That would not be
We
just.
can't do that.
Uh-uh.
Like,
Screw you, Vengeance. This is why no one likes you. You're no fun at parties.
so true. So fucking Isabella! Yeah.
Yeah, you want to know why you never see Anders hook up with anybody else if he doesn't hook up with Hawk?
Why?
Justice stops him every time.
Oh, good lord.
Wait, you have not revealed to her our true identity. 'Twould not be moral. Oh, why'd you make me say that out loud?
I don't like it when the voices talk through my mouth.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Vengeance, get out of there.
Oh.
Then just go to the store, pick up some Cokes or something. Get out of here. Poor Anders.
You know,
And then you wonder why he starts wearing black clothes
I know.
after 10 years.
you know
He's
what?
basically joined a convent.
Point proven. In this conversation alone, I just feel bad for him now.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, wait, I just thought of something,
Oh,
though.
good.
Oh god
You
damn
can
it.
totally romance him. So in that integral scene when they fade to black, do his eyes ever flash?
Like Flash.
It has to be asked.
Flash what?
Because it's
We don't
not
get
like,
the opportunity
it's not
to
like
see
for,
it.
Okay, I'm
you're-
just
Oh,
saying
you're
it's
like
not
getting
like for
down
the
and all of a
appropriate
sudden he's
moments.
like, I
they
am
just
justice! Like, ah, shit!
Yes, you are.
Like, okay.
Um,
And he just keeps going.
guys,
What?
guys, there's an
Yes?
entire section of fanfiction.net devoted to that exact same thing. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying.
god, why does that not
How?
surprise me at all?
Why?
Now
That's
it
like
begs
a
the
thing.
question.
That's a kink.
Justice.
Hey, now it's begged the question: how much of it was written by you?
That is an excellent question.
Like half of it. I'm kidding. None of it. I mean, all of it.
Justice, now's the time when we show you about that strange human emotion called love.
Oh! Oh no.
And then he just incinerates you.
You die.
What is this feeling?
Makes you think
This is
about
not related to justice at all.
Yeah.
But if this is not a just act, then why does it feel so right?
Like justice, what if our love is justifiable?
Oh. The only way to really get back at
Actually a
the
line.
mages.
And then the second time around, is that vengeance?
Yes.
Yeah, right? He has to come back
Andraste
at
died for this.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll show all those Templars by doing it. That's what they would hate. That's how you get vengeance. It's not a very persuasive argument, but...
We'll show them that mages do have feelings.
Yeah. We'll flout their rules and love each other. It's like, alright, I'm down.
Where have we gone with this conversation?
About Andraste.
Now she really is the Lady of Sorrow.
Is this how uncomfortable as a group we are with religion? That every time it comes up, we're like, actually, let's talk
talk about
about
sex.
fictional characters boning instead, because that's a much more comfortable topic for us.
Dialogue Wheel, the Andraste-ish cast.
We're bad people. I'm sorry, everyone.
We are.
But that's why you listen to us. Because we're horrible.
We know you do.
And it
Hashtag
makes you feel
spread
better
the
about
chant.
Hashtag Schadenfreude. That's what it is.
Hashtag when do we really stick to the plot?
Never.
Never.
Stick to the plot. Oh,
Ooh, that
my.
sounds kinky.
Does that
This
work?
is all
that's,
written
That's
down.
a Varric
You
thing.
know
I'm going to
this.
stick to Varric's plot. Yeah.
Oh.
No, Varric's gonna stick the plot to you.
Ooh,
Is
even better.
Ooh.
I'll stick it
I
right
like
back.
I got this.
I don't
the way
like
you
this.
think
I need an
sometimes,
adult.
It's too late for that now.
Just remember though.
Cat's an adult.
Just remember though, before you go into that encounter, he has a habit of embellishing certain parts of the story.
Winkies! You're like, hey! You said...
Faded to black.
Aww.
And after the third hour, Varric, what are you talking about? Nothing.
Like, that did not happen.
Why does this scene have 3 acts?
And a prologue and epilogue.
Yeah. And a sequel.
And even a sequel?
Like,
Why is there
it's
a
like,
sequel?
I know you're not sitting there writing the sequel, because that's not happening either. Aww.
You're not even writing, you're drawing. Oh!
Amateur
That's
sketches.
not right.
Or even worse, wait. What do you mean spin-off? You said I meant something to
Oh
you.
my. Okay, so I suppose we should try to tie this right back over to Andraste and maybe actually
gosh,
discuss her
there's a-
subject today, because...
We kind of have.
Hey, Andraste's narrative would have worked very differently had she acted differently with her. Nope, not going there.
What?
That
What?
Is this about adultery?
I was gonna talk about the whole narrative with Andraste and her husband, and I was like, no.
Well,
Nah.
Andraste is technically a combination
gonna-
of Virgin Mary and Joan of Arc, yes?
Yes. I
Basically.
That's
believe
like kind of a
that's
done.
her.
That's no.
So
right? I'm not
the
like
best.
or really good.
But also Jesus. Don't forget Jesus. Except Judas was her husband.
Okay,
Basically.
so she's a trifecta.
You guys remember that part of the narrative, right? Where her
Husband
own husband
betrays her. Yes.
was the person who
Yeah.
had her killed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because he was
And
jealous.
he wore a cool helmet.
Because he was jealous of her relationship with the maker.
And then he regretted it.
I remember that.
And he was like, oh no. And then he hung himself on a tree.
Hey, what do we think about Andraste's ashes? Do you think that they're going to make an appearance? Because I know that you can defile them in DAO. Do you think they'll be back?
Well, not if Brother Genetivi has anything to say about it, because for all we know, they're all gone by now.
Well,
Unless it's like
depends if you let
infinitely
him
Brother
live.
refilling.
Genetivi wanted everybody to know about him.
I know. He's like, everybody, come look at these ashes.
Well, isn't
That's
this
a
where
great idea.
this is where it
Everybody,
starts,
go
yes?
ahead and take a handful.
Isn't this where we
Basically.
start with Andraste in that area with where Andraste's ashes is? Isn't that where the whole thing starts, the explosion and everything?
Ashes.
I think so. But you know what? Here's a theory I had back when I was playing DAO.
What?
You know how they all thought that the dragon was Andraste?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if the ashes in the urn is Andraste's ashes, as in shit that Andraste burned?
With her fire.
Yeah, get it? You know?
do.
These are Andraste's
I'm,
ashes, as in Andraste, like, set a cart on fire and we gathered up the ashes, and these are Andraste's ashes.
I'm gonna go
And
with
people have just been
no.
misinterpreting this for a long time.
So it's not Andraste's ashes, it's Andraste's ashes.
Exactly.
Okay.
What
I'm
Love
feeling
it.
a fairly strong no
I'm gonna-
vibe,
no.
personally.
I'm just saying, it could be the
There is
placebo
no
effect
way
when
that
it comes
Andraste
to,
is a dragon.
Well, no.
That is a strong
No, I'm not saying that
placebo.
Wait,
Andraste is a
wait.
dragon.
Did you just say a man came out of a coma due to the placebo effect?
Yes, that's right.
Because
You just
the placebo effect requires you to be actively aware of what's going on.
You just
Placebo
That's
whisper.
why
effect
it's a
and good
psychological thing.
Tyler, what you do is that you whisper in his
No,
ear and you say,
no.
"Trust
You don't understand. I didn't bring a man back to life. I just used the placebo effect to make him think he was no longer dead, and so it happened.
Well,
He could have been
it's
sleeping
not
the whole
likely
time.
when you think about all this stuff that you have to get the gauntlet and everything. Like, they don't just put that around some shit that some dragon burned. Like, this is real. I'm not saying Andraste is necessarily real.
In all fairness, though,
Ogren talks
there's still a
about the lyrium.
non-Andraste theory. Yeah, lyrium. I was about to say.
He does talk about that, but explain the gauntlet. Explain the guardian who like comes and talks to you. Explain it.
Spirits.
Yeah, but
Spirits.
how are they there? You need to do better than that.
Maybe they're actually demons, and we're all just that stupid that we bought that shit. They're demons who wanted to
I'm
see
just
you
saying,
naked.
Their
though,
demons are shitty
Just like any other spirit.
Because
Just like any other spirit in Dragon Age, they're very
But you can't
convinced
just see spirits.
that what they think is. Yeah, you
Where?
can. That's what coal is.
That's
Yeah,
special.
kills the spirit.
Yeah, it is special. Kind of like a bunch of spirits built around the biggest religious figure ever to exist on the face of the
Assuming
planet
that's
would be
what's
kind of
going
special.
on.
Just kind of.
Right, assuming that's what's going on. That's what
Did
a
you say
theory
spirits
is.
built? What are they made out of?
Stone, obviously.
Okay. Magic rocks. No, I mean, like, you need to
Spirit
explain
juice.
this. If
Also,
you want to talk
remember
about
if you
it,
Spirit
get-
juice.
You have to remember, hey, in all fairness, if you get one of the questions wrong, it immediately turns into an ash wraith, which is a demon.
Which is a
and
demon.
tries to
I'm
kill
just
you.
saying, would a good spirit turn into an ash wraith?
No one said it was
but
good.
a bad spirit would.
he's not good. No one.
I mean, technically.
Yeah, but who answers
But it is a
wrong?
spirit.
I
You
don't
agree
know
then.
if it's a spirit. That's what I'm saying. Is it that the Fade is weak there? Like the Veil, is weak there? Is it because of all the lyrium? Like, what is all that?
Well, that's
Yeah.
where we pop up.
because the
in
reason
Bill Fade
that
riff,
the
right?
evil fucking cultists didn't get into Andraste's ashes is because they couldn't pass the gauntlet.
They were too weak to fight a bunch of spirits.
Assuming that you even have to fight them. I didn't fight any spirits.
Spirits.
I didn't. I answered
Yeah,
everything
but they're
right.
too dumb to answer questions properly. They think a dragon is God.
Right. But then there's yeah. So what I'm trying to say is what exactly is going on there. And isn't this the location of the game, of DAI when it starts? Is that not
I think
the
so.
location?
Huh?
I think
Yeah,
so.
so-
Isn't it?
Um,
I don't
I'm
know
curious
if
to
we've
see
been told
what's-
that for sure.
I feel like that's a thing. Like that is something that has been established like a while ago.
Hey, can I establish a warning real
What?
quick before I say the next thing I want to say? Because we're talking about the intro of DAI. Possible spoilers for the beginning of DAI, and also possible spoilers for the book Asunder.
Oh,
So
boy.
now that I've said all of that incredibly long disclaimer, so you know what makes me really sad? And someone brought this up on my Twitter the other day, and I remembered that I had realized this a while back.
What?
What?
I was really excited when I found out that Reese is now the leader, essentially, of all the mages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited that that really progressive divine is a person who's a very big and important figure. However, everything we've heard about how DAI starts is that at a meeting between the most important mage and the most important member of the Chantry, there's a huge explosion, all the important people die, and you're the only one left. Now, that would mean that both Reese and the super cool divine are killed within 10 seconds of the
I
game
thought
starting.
Fiona
I would
was leader of
cry.
the mages.
Either way.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a heartbreaker.
And if everyone's dying, that means that means Fiona and Reese would die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which would explain why Cole is.
I can't even
up for
handle
helping
that.
you.
Way to ruin my game.
Oh,
Pre-order canceled.
please don't let this be canon.
Give me my money back.
But you could see, if you remember the trailer, you could see that there was a camp, and there were a bunch of people in the camp who weren't being horrifically murdered. They were far away from the explosion. It looked like mages and Templars. So maybe our faves are elsewhere. You can hold out.
Yeah,
You can
maybe
hold
I
out.
Reese
hope.
would
sincerely
for a
doubt it,
walk.
honestly. I'm just saying, though, I could totally see them immediately breaking our hearts that way.
This is not written by George R.R. Martin, okay?
Chachi makes a good point.
Isn't it, though? It's written by David Gator, and what's the difference?
Less incest.
You're right. He won't kill off
Yeah.
your favorite characters. He'll just have them tell you that they don't love you.
He loves me. He loves me.
if he kills off anybody, it's going to be right off the get-go.
I don't think you should bank on that. I can see him killing people throughout.
Yeah, from the beginning
Bodan's totally
to the
gonna die, and I'm gonna
Oh,
cry.
don't say
Bodan's
that.
gonna die, and I'm gonna bawl my eyes out.
That's going to
I'm
be the
gonna
most
bawl my eyes out,
traumatizing
and Sandal's
thing.
gonna kill a whole lot of people.
And he's going to smile while doing it.
So Bodan is totally gonna die.
Oh, fuck you.
And it's going to be really sad, and I'm going to bawl for hours, and Sandal is going to go nuts, crying dwarven tears, killing hundreds of enemies while screaming, I liked Bodan. And it's going to be beautiful
You're
and
so
tragic,
fucked up.
and I'm going to need therapy.
No, I need
I think
therapy.
you
just
already need
I
talking about
already
it.
need therapy.
I know. It's horrible.
Here's the real question. What are dwarven tears? Are they made of stone?
Do they have superpowers?
No, but they can be crafted into amulets.
He just he leaks lyrium.
Oh.
Ooh. he leaks enchantments. If you drink one of his tears, you get +2 to all saves.
Spoiler alert, Sandal is actually
If you
the
bottle up
maker.
Sandal's tears, you can make lyrium. Yeah. What do you mean, spoiler alert? Everyone already knows that.
Bodan dies, he looks off in the distance and says, ah, damn it.
I just thought of something.
What? Oh, God.
What if Sandal is an old god baby?
What if Sandal is Andraste?
I like the best.
No. I really mean this theory.
Okay.
Like someone did a dark ritual and put the spirit of an old god into a dwarven baby, and that's how Sandal happened.
I'm gonna go with no.
No.
There aren't that many old gods, and we kind of are all accounted for, so...
Are they, though?
I don't know.
We just
If
know which
so-
ones have
I don't
become
see him
archdemons.
wandering
We don't know which
around,
ones have been
like,
found independently.
as basically an indentured servant to Bodan. Like, I don't see that happening. Old god. No.
Didn't Morrigan specifically say that the child would never know he was any different unless someone told him?
Correct.
I don't remember that.
So would it be like vengeance and one day he'll just like start talking funky and glowing in his eyes?
We'll see, huh?
You know it.
You turn...
Start floating 3 feet above everybody else.
I am enchantment. What?
That's the best. I am enchantment. That is the logical endpoint.
And then he blows the world up.
I still think I'm going to be the...
Or just, another chantry.
Yeah, that too. How many
That's
is
going to
that
be the
now?
really awful running joke of the Dragon Age series, is chantries blowing up in Sebastian's face. Make
Or maybe he does that about
again.
everything. Like, he has like a birthday cake and the candles go out by the wind and he didn't get to blow them out. Maker, no! Maybe he does everything is Maker, no!
What are you talking about making
I'm sorry, sir, but we're actually all out of large cups. You'll have to go with a medium.
Maker,
No!
That would be amazing. He's just a baby.
My thirst cannot be quenched.
I'll have to hold 2
I
cups.
will bring an army
can't
to this
hold my
restaurant,
bowl
I
and
swear
my
it.
Cup. How can I hold 2 cups? Yeah. Oh, Sebastian.
I swear it. I will bring the armies of Starkhaven back and bring them down upon this restaurant. You're all apostates. I know it.
Aw. It's like, sorry, we don't have any decaf, sir. Mega, no! Yeah, we could go forever on this one.
I'll be up forever. It's the work of the archdemon.
I will bring my armies to bear upon this caffeinated nightmare.
It's an abomination towards the Maker to be up past 12.
Oh my god.
Guys.
Yeah.
That's how lustful thoughts happen.
Good lord.
That's how you master your taint. Right there.
You stay up past 12.
Because of caffeine. And you have nothing else to do except master your taint. You can go to sleep on that one. Good luck.
I already am.
Ooh. Hey.
I master my taint every day.
Hey.
But they don't bathe as often in this setting, right?
I don't know.
No.
Bitch, I
Just
bathe
saying.
all the time in any setting. I don't care where we are. We could be in the middle of the fucking desert and my Inquisitor is going to be like, bath time.
Alone or with company?
You just produce a bathtub. No, just out of the fade. Like from a fade tear, just a bathtub
No,
falls
it's
down.
That's right.
Cullen tongue bath time. Yeah.
Does it feel like sandpaper? Because they feel
But
like
you're
it
all
would.
sandy.
Not anymore.
Oh.
You're so
That's no good for
squeamish.
anybody involved.
Cullen
Just
Cullen
remember,
loves you that
hygiene's
much.
the best thing.
I'll clean
You've piqued my interest.
That's the
Nah, dude.
worst.
Hers works.
All right, you can't do that with Iron Bowl, though, because next thing you know, you're a popsicle. Good luck explaining that one to the healer. Don't ask. Just remove it.
Hey, guys.
I've been afraid to move.
Hey,
You're
guys.
just going to lose a few layers of skin.
Andraste.
Are we still trying?
Yes.
What is left to say? I keep trying to start new topics about Andraste.
Let's be honest. This is not the Andraste cast. This is the Boner cast.
Isn't it always
at this
the Boner
point?
cast?
That's
Andraste boner.
Andraste boner. That's disgusting.
Bonedraste.
Yes.
Hashtag Bonedraste.
And Twitter.
I am posting that on Twitter right now.
No,
I'm putting it. No, I will beat you there.
I will.
Oh, it's a contest.
I'm first.
Damn it.
First.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Listeners, thank you for listening to us have a Twitter contest. Who can post? I'd like to point out that I abstained.
Also, Chachi spelled it wrong.
I did not.
It says
That's how I-
Bondraste.
Oh, unfavorite
Bonedraste
and
to
favorite.
me.
I was
That
just
to
going to
me,
favorite
that's
Chachi's,
Bonedraste.
but then I realized that it was Bonedraste.
Are we just going to talk
Like
about what we're
it's-
doing on
Apparently.
Twitter right now? This isn't good programming.
Okay, so back to us doing a more professional podcast.
Oh yeah, that happened. We
that
kind of set
happened.
ourselves up for this one.
I know. It's
Chachi.
okay. Yes, babe.
Is Bonedraste some sort of French delicacy?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Bondraste.
It's the old Bonedraste.
Bondraste.
You guys.
I
Okay,
apologize
so-
to any and all French fans we may have for that bastardization of your language.
I don't.
You should be
That
offended,
language, it was
all
like
of you.
comical accent parody.
So today was a failed social experiment in what happens if we try to have a serious discussion about religion on the dialogue wheel. Apparently, we just
Or was
cannot
it
handle.
the most successful discussion?
Or this is comedy gold, and you're all rolling with tears streaming down your face, going, "Yes, Maker, yes, give me more."
Oh.
In which case, we have completely.
Oh, God.
Okay,
done
this
what we were
took a
supposed to
weird
do.
turn.
You're welcome.
Freud is taking interest.
Go ahead and post in the comments section whether or not you think we will see Andraste in the next game.
Hey, just remember,
Right.
sometimes a pair of horns is just a pair of horns.
Two of
Sigmund
them,
Freud.
Now, feel free also to point out whether you think we've been more professional or not. I think I know the answer.
How about you
to that.
just tell
Okay.
us how big of failures we are?
No
yeah.
one said thank you for, just sending us constructive criticism, but please don't point this one out.
Unless you loved it, in which case,
Hey,
point it out.
hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what is the point of a podcast? We are more professional podcasters because we've been much funnier.
That's true. We did bring it the funny.
That's also
Maybe that's our goal.
subjective.
We brought down the funny gods.
Okay, well, on that note, next week we will have a very special show.
Oh, boy.
Do you guys want to know what we're doing next
Yes.
week? Because you don't know yet.
I don't even want to know.
I want to know.
Surprise me.
Fuck that guy.
Okay, tell me. Tell me.
Plug your ears.
No, I'm listening.
As we speak and as you're listening, Ability Drain, our good friends Ability Drain and DA Fan are at EGX.
Oh,
in
yeah.
England, right? They have been sharing their updates left and right all over the Twitterverse and all throughout the BSN forums and whatnot. And they actually asked if they could come and speak with us about their experiences there.
Yay.
So we'll be recording that sometime next week, and that'll be our show for the next show. So I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so next show will be Ability Drain and DA Fan discussing EGX. We'll be talking about updates out of there. In the meanwhile, keep an eye out on our website, thedialoguewheel.com, where I am posting up everything I can as often as I can. So maybe when you listen, it's all stuff that you've already heard before. You just get to hear our beautiful dulcet tones.
Yay.
Yay. That's always good too. So I think we're going to call this one a wrap. So everyone say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I miss you already.
I will miss you all.
That's right. Keep in touch, leave comments, and subscribe. You've been listening to Date Night with the Dialogue Wheel, a Dragon Age fan podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Dialogue Wheel, on our website, thedialoguewheel.com, on YouTube, youtube.com/The Dialogue Wheel, or in traffic if you're creepy like that. Goodbye and good night.